Good day!
I am Hasmin V. Pamor.
I am Rachel Georgie Manlapas.
I am Josabel T. Barrios.
And Moses John A. Chandan.
We are from Brooks Point National High School.
Grade 12 Class A student.
We are proud to present to you our research entitled
Perception of grade 12 Class A students on the effectiveness of individual versus group study style.
Study styles is the act of learning and spending time discovering information or an academic work of investigation about particular thing. The study style is an array of skills which tackle the process of organizing and taking in new information. Students who use effective study styles may feel their work and effort is worthwhile. Study styles has a good effect on students to increase their confidence, competency, and self-esteem. They can also reduce anxiety by developing effective study style. Students may be able to cut down on the numbers of hours spent studying. A large amount of a child's time is spent sitting in a school classroom. This place is where they will learn the various skills them necessary and proper for them to achieve success in the global society. This statement also implies that the school have a great influence to students' life because most of his or her time is spent at school. Also, reported that the teachers are the first most important point of contact in a student's life, despite the countless reforms and programs implemented to improve education. Many people learn in different ways. It is important to know what other students' study styles so they can come up with effective ways on how to understand or do things.
Figure 1 presented the research paradigm. The paradigm shows the input, process, and output, which are the perception of Class A students on the effectiveness of individual versus group study styles in their academic performance of grade 12 Class A of Brooks Point National High School. Input, study style of grade 12 Class A, and perception of the effectiveness of individual versus group study style. Process, demographic profile, A. Questionnaires, B. Formal interview through link. Output, perception on the effectiveness of individual versus group study style. This study aims to determine the perception of the student in Brooks Point National High School in effectiveness of individual versus group study style. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following research question. Number 1. What is the preference of GUS student in the study style? Number 2. What is the perception of GUS A student on the effective of individual study style? Number 3. What is the perception of GUS A student on the effectiveness of group study style?
This research paper signifies to help first the student. Student will know where can be more authentic. They will know have difficulty in their study if they know can improve individually or with study group. Teacher, they will not have difficulty in giving activity to the student because through this research they will know where the student learn more individually or group. Parents, the benefit of this study to parents is that the children will be good and they will no longer worry about which method their children are studying. Because of this study, we will find out the rank of the study style of the student. Future researcher. The benefit for future researcher is to know what is really more effective for the student of Brooks Point National High School when it comes to study style, and they will also know how it been effective for the way. They will also know if how are they score that get their activities because of the help of this research. This study conducted to help the student identify if their current learning strategy influence them in a positive or negative way. They will also know how to adjust it. In school, it helps the teacher to identify what are the study style influences to the students and also to help to improve the learning of their students.
The researchers used the descriptive method in achieving the objectives of the purpose of the study. The method is appropriate for the study because it aims to explore the perception of grade 12 Class A on the effectiveness of individual versus group study style.
The focus of the study is the 49 randomly selected general academic student that came from GAS A. The researchers used Sloven formula with the margin error of 12% to determine the number of samples needed in the study. The research instrument to be used in gathering data is the structured questionnaire that asked by researchers to be selected senior high school student of Brooks Point National High School. The contents of the questionnaire include the common statement of the student to commit the effectiveness of individual versus group study style. A letter of request has been sent to the principal of Brooks Point National High School to ask for the permission to conduct the study upon his approval. The researchers did personally administer the collection of data to the target respondents. The student was given enough time in answering the questionnaire in order to get relevant data. After data collection, the researchers was expected a 100% retrieval of questionnaire distributed.
The statistical tools to be used in analyzing and interpreting the gathered data are: the frequency is used to present a particular event or in an experiment of study. The percentage is used to describe the percentage of the scores falling within each category. In presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data, these chapters state and explain the data that the researchers gathered during the research and the respondents that participated in grade 12 GAS A students of Brooks Point National High School. Table 1.1. The profile of respondents in terms of gender. The table below shows the number and the percentage of male and female respondents from grade 12 GAS A students of Brooks Point National High School. There are 36 female and 13 male respondents for a total of 49 students. Female respondents comprise the larger percentage, which is 73.5% compared to the male, which is 26.5%. In Table 1.2, the individual study style. The table below shows the answer of the respondents from grade 12 GAS A of Brooks Point Senior High School. As you can see, the interpretation was undecided to do an activities by individual study styles. In Table 1.3, group study styles. The table below shows the answer of the respondents from grade 12 GAS A of Brooks Point Senior High School. As you can see also, the interpretation was agreed to do an activities by group study style. Main purpose of this research was to identify what is more effective when it comes to study style of Brooks Point grade 12 GAS A students, and what more easy, applicable, and the students learn more whether it is in the individual or group study styles. Therefore, it will be easier for the students to understand and finish the activities immediately so that they can be passed on time. Furthermore, it can help those students build their learning condition in a good way if they know what good learning style they can apply to their studying. This research used a simple random sampling. In determining the sample size, the Sloven's formula to use in this study, wherein 49 are total number of respondents ranging from grade 12 GAS A. The conversation to be used in interpreting the data in analyzing the perception of students on the effectiveness of individual versus group study styles are the following: strongly agree, agree, undecided, disagree, and strongly disagree.
The following conclusions are derived from the findings. Number 1. The student of Brooks Point Senior High School prefer the group study style is help their academic performance. Number 2. The other students of Brooks Point Senior High School prefer that individual study style cannot help to improve their academic performance. Number 3. The students of Brooks Point Senior High School know what are the study style they need to improve their knowledge or skills to do activities.
Based on the conclusion of the study, the researchers recommended the following. Number 1, the teacher should know what study styles are suitable for their students so that they can do activities appropriate to the students' ability. Number 2, to determine where they learn best. Students should concentrate more on the study style they prefer. Number 3, in serving as a motivation, school must give a special privilege to those students who struggle in their study style needs by giving an activities. And number 4, and lastly, the interaction of parents to their children to give them a confidence and also extra knowledge to do an activities. Enable for the parents to monitor their child on what they are doing inside the school.
Before we end, let us be reminded, success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Bye, Peli. Goodbye and God bless us.